Gloria and Emilio Estefan were awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have been sharing the silver screen and a life together for many a year now.
Hollywood has seen its fair share of whirlwind romances and sudden breakups. But every now and then, a couple comes along that makes us believe in love again. While flashy headlines love drama, there are quiet love stories that don't make the front page. Strong, lasting marriages that have stood the test of time. No scandals, no public meltdowns, just years of support, trust, and real partnership. Some of these couples have been together for decades, while others just recently joined the club, and their stories deserve the spotlight too. Join us as we take a look at some Hollywood marriages that lasted, and the amazing women who helped make it happen. Gloria Estefan and Emilio Estefan. Gloria and Emilio Estefan have been married for 45 years, making theirs one of the longest-lasting relationships in the celebrity world. They first met back in 1975, when Gloria was only 17 and Emilio was 22. It all started at a jam session with some mutual friends. At first, they were just friends. A few weeks later, they ran into each other again at a wedding. That moment sparked a new idea. They decided to start a wedding band together. From there, their bond grew stronger, and they went on their first date that same year. Gloria has always said that Emilio was her first and only boyfriend. That alone says a lot about the depth of their connection. They got married on September 2nd, 1978, and since then, they've done almost everything together, both in life and in business. Alongside raising 2 children, the couple opened hotels and restaurants, started charities, and even wrote music and children's books. Gloria often gives Emilio credit for standing by her side through it all. In 2023, when she was honored by the Songwriters Hall of Fame, she said, "After 48 years together, I love you more deeply than when we began this crazy, exciting, surprising, and oftentimes terrifying epic life together." Her words show that their love story is still very much alive. Lester Holt and Carol Hagen. Lester Holt, known for his work on NBC, has kept a long and loving relationship away from the spotlight. He met Carol Hagen in 1980 while working as a radio anchor. She was a flight attendant at the time. Soon after they met, they started dating. One of their early dates could have been canceled because Lester had to cover a forest fire in Napa Valley. But instead of canceling, he invited Carol to come with him. It wasn't your typical romantic dinner, but it worked. Carol later joked about that moment, saying, "A forest fire. That could be considered a hot date." That early spark led to something lasting. The couple got married on May 8, 1982, at the Mark Hopkins Hotel in San Francisco. They've now been married for over 40 years. Lester once shared their secret to a happy marriage. "We laugh a lot. We really do. I can be silly. She can be sillier. And we just laugh through things." Carol has worked as a real estate agent in New York City, helping others find homes while supporting her husband's demanding career. Together, they've raised 2 sons, Stefan, born in 1987, and Cameron, born in 1990. Through career changes, public attention, and busy schedules, Carol has always been Lester's steady support. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn have been together for 40 years, though they've never been officially married. They met way back in 1968 on a movie set. But the timing wasn't right. Goldie thought the 6-year age gap was a little too much, and she wasn't keen on dating someone from the same industry. So, they didn't start anything then. But life had other plans. 15 years later, they met again during an audition in 1983. This time, the connection was different. They've been together ever since. They've built a strong, blended family. Kurt had a son, Boston, from a previous marriage. Goldie had 2 children, Oliver and Kate Hudson. Then, in 1986, they welcomed their son Wyatt together. Even though they sparked wedding rumors in 1989, they never tied the knot. In fact, Goldie said that not getting married might be the very reason they've lasted so long. In a 2023 CNN interview, she explained, "Why should we get married? Isn't that a better question?" She added, "I like the idea that I can wake up in the morning and make decisions every day if I want to be here." Goldie believes that staying independent and keeping their freedom has helped them stay close, and after 40 years, it's hard to argue with that. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa. Mark Consuelos is best known for playing Mateo on All My Children, and now co-hosting Live with Kelly and Mark. His wife, Kelly Ripa, is also a TV host and actress. They've been married for nearly 30 years. Their love story began in 1995 during a screen test for All My Children. Mark was auditioning to play the role opposite Kelly's character. Sparks flew instantly. Even though Mark didn't think he had a shot, Kelly clearly thought otherwise. They began dating quietly and didn't wait long to make it official. In 1996, during a simple date night with pizza and wine, Mark proposed. They flew to Las Vegas and got married the very next day. Now, they have 3 children and a marriage that has lasted through decades of fame and media attention. On their show, they often talk about their relationship. In one episode, Kelly said, "I've been in love with you since the day I met you. And beyond loving you, I really like you a lot." She also shared how she tried to get Mark to say, "I love you" first, saying, "I think that made me interesting to you." Mark agreed, adding that in most relationships, one person loves the other just a little more. These two clearly make that balance work. Kevin Bacon and Kyra Sedgwick. Kevin Bacon is known for his many movie roles, from Footloose to Mystic River. But off-screen, he's been happily married to Kyra Sedgwick for 35 years. Their love story began way before they officially met. In 1978, Kyra and her brother went to see a play in New York. Kevin was acting in it. She didn't know it yet, but she had just seen her future husband on stage. Years later, in 1987, they worked together on the TV film Lemon Sky. That's when their real connection began. By the end of that same year, they were engaged. On September 4th, 1988, Kevin and Kyra got married. They've raised 2 children and have acted in several projects together over the years. Kyra, who is also a talented actress, has had roles in shows like The Closer. In 2023, after their 35th wedding anniversary, the couple shared how they've made it work for so long. Kyra told People, "We've always been each other's biggest supporters and fans." Kevin added something sweet. "To me, walking down the street together just shooting the S in the middle of the night still feels like a nice place to be." Their bond shows that mutual respect and support can keep love strong. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Tom Hanks is one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, known for films like Forrest Gump and Saving Private Ryan. His wife, Rita Wilson, is also an actress and singer. They've been married for 35 years. Their story began in 1981 on the set of Bosom Buddies. At the time, Tom was married to someone else, but the spark between him and Rita was clear. By 1986, they made their first red carpet appearance as a couple. 1 year later, Tom's previous marriage ended, and in 1988, he and Rita tied the knot. Since then, they've done everything together, raising 2 sons, acting in movies, and even working behind the scenes as producers. Speaking of which, one of their big projects was the My Big Fat Greek Wedding movie series. In April 2023, Rita celebrated their 35th anniversary by sharing a photo of a yellow cake with the words, "35 years of marriage, April 30th, 1988. Love is everything." Their relationship has also faced hard times. Rita was diagnosed with breast cancer, and they both battled the pandemic. But through it all, they stayed strong. Rita's warmth and creativity have always matched Tom's steady nature. David Beckham and Victoria Beckham. David Beckham, known around the world for his soccer career, and Victoria Beckham, former Spice Girls star and now fashion designer, have been together for 24 years. Their love story began in 1997 when they met at a soccer match. Just 1 week later, they met again at another game and spent more time talking. That's when Victoria gave David her number. written on a train ticket he still keeps today. They became parents in 1999, though, when their son Brooklyn was born. That same year, on July 4th, they held a grand wedding at a castle in Ireland. Over the years, they welcomed 3 more children and built a strong family. They've also handled the pressures of fame, rumors, and a busy public life, always appearing united. On their 24th anniversary in 2023, Victoria shared a sweet post on Instagram. She wrote, "Still holding hands and still laughing, with you, not just at you. I love you so much." That little caption shows that after all this time, their bond is filled with love, humor, and friendship. Victoria, once known as Posh Spice, has grown into a style icon, mother and wife, who continues to hold her family close, especially her husband of more than 2 decades. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Washington. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Washington have one of the most respected marriages in Hollywood. They met in 1977 while working on the film Wilma. They didn't become close right away, but they reconnected at a party a few months later. That's when their love story truly began. It took Denzel a couple of tries to get Pauletta to say yes to his proposal. He says it was 2 times. She says it was 3. Either way, it led to their wedding in June 1983. The couple recently celebrated their 40th anniversary in 2023. Over the years, Pauletta stepped away from her own acting career to focus on raising their 4 children. Some of their kids have followed in their famous parents' footsteps. Denzel has never been shy about giving Pauletta credit for their strong family and his successful career. In 2019, when he received the American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award, he said something that touched many hearts. "I would not be alive without Pauletta Washington." They also renewed their vows in 1995 during a trip to South Africa. Denzel and Pauletta have faced life together, through fame, family, and everything in between. Pauletta's quiet strength and steady support have clearly been a big part of their lasting love. Ted Danson and Mary Steenbergen. Ted Danson is well known for his roles in shows like Cheers and The Good Place. His wife, Mary Steenbergen, is also a respected actress. They met in 1983 at an audition, but it wasn't until 1995, on the set of Pontiac Moon, that their love story really began. They got married on October 7, 1995, in Martha's Vineyard. Together, they blended their families and raised 4 children from previous marriages. Ted and Mary have not only shared a life, but also worked on several projects together. In 2023, Mary reflected on their wedding during an interview with The Knot, ahead of her movie book club, The Next Chapter. She revealed that she still has her wedding dress, which has 6 violet flowers sewn onto it. Each flower represents someone important in their lives: her, Ted, and each of their 4 children. "I haven't tried it on for a long time," she said, "but I think it would fit." When asked if she would change anything about their wedding, Mary had the perfect answer: "I would wear that again. Same husband, same dress." Her words say it all. After 28 years together, she's just as sure about her love for Ted as she was back then. Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker. Matthew Broderick, known for Ferris Bueller's Day Off and many stage roles, has been married to Sex and the City star Sarah Jessica Parker for 26 years. Their story began in 1991, not on a set, but through Sarah's brother's theater company. They met and quickly clicked, sharing a love for acting and the arts. They married in 1997 at a quiet synagogue in Manhattan's Lower East Side. A year later, Sarah's career took off with the launch of Sex and the City. Still, their relationship stayed strong. Over time, they became parents to 3 children, a son named James and twin daughters, Marion and Tabitha. Unlike many celebrity couples, they've kept most of their personal life private. In 2020, Matthew opened up about their marriage during a radio interview. He said, "I don't know the secret at all, but I am very grateful and I love her. It's amazing." That simple honesty shows just how real their love is. Sarah, known for playing a character who searched endlessly for love, has found something truly lasting in real life. After 26 years, their relationship is still going strong, built on quiet moments, shared laughter, and deep respect. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham have been together for nearly 40 years. Their relationship began in 1986, the same year the Oprah Winfrey Show first hit TV screens. Not long after they started dating, Stedman made a surprise appearance on the show in 1987. In 1992, the couple got engaged, but they never ended up getting married. Still, their bond stayed strong. Like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Oprah and Stedman believe not getting married helped keep their relationship healthy. Oprah once spoke openly about it in an interview with Vogue. She said, "The only time I brought it up was when I said to Stedman, what would have happened if we had actually gotten married? And the answer is, we wouldn't be together." She added, "We would not have stayed together because marriage requires a different way of being in this world." Oprah's words show that for them, love didn't need a legal contract. Their connection has lasted through decades of fame, pressure, and public attention. Stedman has always stayed in the background, quietly supporting Oprah while she became one of the most powerful women in the world. That kind of love doesn't need a wedding to prove it's real. Tucker Carlson and Susan Andrews. Tucker Carlson is known for his long career in news and politics, especially during his time as a host on Fox News. While he's often in the headlines, his wife, Susan Andrews, keeps a very private life. They've been married for more than 30 years. The two met in high school at St. George's School in Rhode Island, where Susan's father was the headmaster. Tucker once said, "She was the cutest 10th grader in America." Susan remembered Tucker as someone full of energy and charm. "There was a bounce in his walk," she said. They got engaged before Tucker finished college and got married shortly after he graduated from Trinity College in 1991. Susan has mostly stayed out of the public eye, focusing on raising their family. Together, they have 4 children, 3 daughters and 1 son. Their names are Lily, Buckley, Hopi, and Dorothy. Over the years, Susan has faced her share of challenges, including a frightening incident in 2018 when protesters surrounded their home. She was home alone at the time. Tucker later shared, "Someone started throwing himself against the front door and actually cracked it." Despite all the chaos that can come with public life, Susan has remained a strong, steady presence behind the scenes. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Tim McGraw is one of country music's biggest names. But behind the fame is a love story that fans have admired for decades. He's been married to fellow country star Faith Hill for 27 years. The two first met in 1994 at a Nashville music event. At the time, both were rising stars. 2 years later, Faith joined Tim as an opening act on his tour. That's when their romance really took off. Things moved fast. Tim proposed to Faith on stage, and they tied the knot on October 6, 1996, at a surprise wedding held at his aunt's house. Since then, they've built a strong life together and welcomed 3 daughters. Over the years, they've performed duets, gone on tours, and supported each other's careers. In 2023, Tim talked about what keeps their marriage strong. He told Entertainment Tonight Canada, "We just made a commitment early on, that we wouldn't just walk out the door when problems arose. That simple promise, staying through tough times, has helped them last." Faith, with her powerful voice and kind heart, has not only stood beside Tim, but also shined in her own career. Judd Apatow and Leslie Mann. Judd Apatow, a famous director and producer behind comedies like The 40-Year-Old Virgin and Knocked Up, met actress Leslie Mann in 1995. She had come in to audition for his film, The Cable Guy. Right away, Judd felt something special. He once told Elle, "There goes the future Mrs. Apatow." That moment was more than a passing thought. It turned out to be true.
I know your daughter's on, I see her in all these TV shows and movies and stuff like that.
Leslie and Judd got married on June 9th, 1997, in Hawaii. At the time, Leslie was pregnant with their first child. Their daughter Maud was born later that year, and their second daughter Iris came along in 2002. Today, both girls have stepped into the spotlight, with Maud starring in HBO's Euphoria. In a 2022 interview on Live with Kelly and Ryan, Leslie opened up about their long marriage. She said, "I feel so lucky that I get to spend my life with him. He really is a good person." Then she joked, "At the same time, I feel like I do not know him at all. Who is this person walking around my house, eating my food?" Her words show their marriage has both love and laughter. Leslie, with her charm and humor, continues to be the heart of their home. Rande Gerber and Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford, one of the most iconic supermodels of all time, has been married to businessman Rande Gerber for 25 years. They first met at a wedding in the early 1990s.
We met at my agent at the time's wedding, and
At the time, both were in other relationships, but they hit it off as friends. When those relationships ended, their friendship turned into something more. They got married on May 29, 1998, in the Bahamas. It was a simple beachside ceremony with close friends and family. Soon after, they welcomed their son Presley in 1999, followed by their daughter Kyra in 2001. Kyra is now following in her mom's footsteps as a successful model. In 2017, Cindy shared the secret to their strong marriage. She told people, "We've made time to just be together, whether it's a walk on the beach or a weekend away." She added, "We laugh with each other and really respect each other's opinion, even when we don't agree." That kind of balance, respect, laughter, and time together has helped their love last. Cindy, with her beauty and grace, has shown that fame doesn't have to get in the way of a peaceful, happy home. John Oliver and Kate Norley. John Oliver is a British comedian and host of Last Week Tonight. While many know him for his sharp jokes and political commentary, his real-life love story with Kate Norley is even more inspiring. They met back in 2008 at the Republican National Convention. Kate, a former U.S. Army medic, was there with a group called Vets for Freedom. She actually helped John hide from security during a shoot for The Daily Show. That moment turned into friendship and later love. Kate's background is far from comedy. She grew up in Virginia and survived a serious car accident at age 16. After the 9/11 event, she joined the Army. She served in Iraq, helping both soldiers and civilians. She worked as a medic and also helped with mental health. John often says Kate is the real hero. On The Late Show, he joked, "When you've been in a war, you have no time for the insecurities of a mid-range comedian." They got engaged in 2010 and married in 2011. Today, they have 2 sons. Kate mostly stays out of the spotlight, but she continues supporting veterans. John once called her the leader at home. It's clear her strength and kindness play a big role in their family life and in John's admiration for her. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Ellen DeGeneres is one of the most famous talk show hosts in the world. But behind her success is her wife, Portia de Rossi. Portia is an actress, best known for her roles in Ally McBeal and Arrested Development. The two met backstage at a concert in 2001.
Going pretty good? Are you enjoying being married to me?
At that time, Portia was not publicly out, so they didn't begin dating right away. A few years later, in 2005, they made their relationship public. They got engaged in 2008 and had a beautiful wedding at their Los Angeles home on August 16, 2009. Since then, they've shared 15 years of marriage. In 2023, Ellen celebrated their love with a sweet message on Instagram. "To my wife of 15 years, I fall more in love with you every day. My life is blessed because you're in it." Portia has always been supportive of Ellen. especially during difficult times when Ellen's show was under pressure. Despite public attention and media noise, their bond has remained strong. Portia brings calm and care into their relationship. She's often described as Ellen's rock. Together, they've become one of the most visible and loving same-sex couples in Hollywood. Their story continues to inspire people around the world. Mariska Hargitay and Peter Herman. Mariska Hargitay is best known for playing Olivia Benson on Law & Order, SVU. Her character is strong and brave, just like she is in real life. In 2002, something special happened on set. Peter Herman, an actor brought in for a guest role, caught her attention. Mariska later said on The Drew Barrymore Show, "Who is that Clark Gable Superman guy that I need to marry today?" Her gut feeling was right. They got married in Santa Barbara, California, on August 28, 2004. 2 years later, they welcomed their son. In 2011, they adopted 2 more children just 4 months apart. Over time, their family grew in love and strength. Peter once shared their secret to a happy marriage. "I never thought I would have this much laughter in my life." He said Mariska is the embodiment of laughter and joy. Though their lives are busy, especially with acting careers and 3 children, they stay grounded in joy and respect for each other. Mariska's role as a mother and wife is just as powerful as her role on screen. She brings warmth, strength, and kindness to every part of her life. And that's what makes their marriage so special. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman, a Hollywood star known for films like Moulin Rouge and The Hours, found love with country singer Keith Urban. They met in 2005 at a gala and tied the knot 1 year later in Sydney. For Keith, marrying Nicole wasn't just a life change, it was the start of everything. He once told CBS News, "Meeting her and getting married wasn't life-changing, it was life-beginning." Their marriage faced early struggles. Keith battled with alcohol addiction, and Nicole helped him through it. She staged an intervention, and that led him to recovery. Her support became the turning point in his life. Together, they've raised kids from earlier relationships and welcomed 2 daughters in 2008 and 2010. In a 2022 interview, Nicole said,
I did manage to get her phone number on a tiny piece of paper.
"I met him later in life, and it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me." She added, "That man is the best thing that's ever happened to me." Nicole's gentle heart and Keith's love for music have kept them close. Even with busy careers, they stay connected as partners and parents. Peter Doocy and Hillary Vaughn. Peter Doocy is a senior White House correspondent at Fox News, often seen asking tough questions on national television. But behind the camera, his love story with Hillary Vaughn is much softer. Hillary is also a journalist. She started her career in 2010 and has worked for major outlets like Yahoo News, Fox 5 Atlanta, and Fox Business. In 2019, she won the National Press Club's Breaking News Award. The two met around 2017. They kept their relationship private, away from public eyes. In 2020, they got engaged, and by April 26, 2021, they were married in a private ceremony in South Carolina. The couple welcomed their first child, a daughter named Bridget Blake Doocy, on February 1st, 2023. Hillary, with her calm presence and strong work ethic, balances Peter's fast-paced news life. She's often praised for her reporting skills and has proven herself in the field. Their love grew quietly but steadily, and together, they've built a peaceful family life while handling high-pressure careers. Peter may be the face on TV, but Hillary is the strength beside him, both in the newsroom and at home. Which couple from this list surprised you the most with their lasting love? And do you have a favorite Hollywood couple that gives you hope in love? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more incredible stories from Hollywood's fascinating history. See you next time.